Hey everyone, so I get asked questions all the time. What's the best way to get the most out of Assetto Corsa? And today I've got a video to show you 18 ways to improve your Assetto Corsa. I'm going to start with the basics and work on to some of the other things that I use my Assetto Corsa for, and I hope this helps you out. There's tons of links in the description for this video, so do check them out, and all of the mods today are completely free that I'm going to show. Okay then, let's jump into the first thing you need. And if you've just started on Assetto Corsa, you need Content Manager. This is completely free. The link is in the description. It's by X4Fab, and this will give you the basis to do all of your modding on Assetto Corsa, so it's absolutely essential. Next up, we're going to go to another essential, and that is Sol, and Sol is currently on 2.2.7. It's by Peter Bose, and Peter and X4Fab have done an amazing job of modding Assetto Corsa. There is a guide there, an install guide, that's from me, that shows you how to install and get the best from Sol, and Sol is going to give you all of the weather pieces that you want on Assetto Corsa. Of course, there are some other bits that you need too, and that's Custom Shader Patch, and this is the completely free version. This is 0.1.79. that's the latest version there. This gives you all your physics goodies and all the additional graphics, so Sol and CSP work together. And talking of weather, if you do want external rain, and here it is in action looking fantastic at Imola, then you do need a preview version of CSP. You cannot get rain on Assetto Corsa external rain unless you've got one of these preview versions. Now these are Patreon versions. You can get all the weather and all the other mods on this video for free, apart from this and the version of Pure that I'm going to talk about in a moment. So this is a few dollars a month to contribute to X4Fab. He's continually developing the latest versions of CSP, and also on the CSP preview versions, not only do you get external rain, you also get all the extra features before anybody else on the public versions. All the links are in the description, definitely worth getting, and it makes a huge difference to Assetto Corsa, especially on those all-weather races. Now I've been talking about Sol, that controls all the weather, but if you do want to take the next step, Peter is also developing Pure. Now this is another weather script, and you can use this or Sol, or you can use them both together if that's what you want to do, and you can pick and choose between them. But this is a completely different way of actually looking at the lighting effects, the quality of picture, sky domes, all of the weather effects, and this is really the next iteration. So this is $1 a month on Patreon, but you can get the free version of Sol if that's what you want to do. Now let's just take a look at PP filters, because this is really important. I've done a few videos on this recently, but you can see if you go into settings, Assetto Corsa and video, you can change your PP filter. These are really easy to install, and they completely change the way that the game looks. So a couple of my favorites at the moment, Sky for Pure and Sol version 1.31 at the moment is really good. This is by Slick, and also he's got one of my videos on there where I go through photorealistic mods. And there's another really good one that I've started to use recently, and that is Premiere. This is the realistic PP filter. This is by Jacob Capello, and of course Jacob also has a YouTube channel, so do check those out. I'll put all the links in the description. So if you've just started playing Assetto Corsa, or you've been playing it for a little while and you're still looking for more content, there's plenty on my channel, so do check out all the videos on there. But if I'm going to point you to a few cars, this is one that I would get from a classic perspective. This is the Alfa Romeo 1970 GT AM by Pezio Garage. Really top quality mod and great to drive. If we're looking for something modern, this is the Singer Porsche, of course by Benobro. This is a very famous car on Assetto Corsa, and if you've not got it, just grab it. It's brilliant internally and externally. 390 brake horsepower, and there's a couple of tuned versions. Then if you're looking for something a little bit more hypercar, this is the SF90 by MNBA, 986 brake horsepower. The detail on this car is phenomenal. It's got loads of fantastic reviews. Again, all the links for these cars are in the description below. Look at the interior, under the boot as well, where that engine is. Brilliant stuff. And then if you're looking for something racing, well, I had a lot of choices here, but I have to drop onto this one. This is the BMW M1 from 1979, 468 brake horsepower, an absolute beast of a car. This is by DeWallis, SMS, Mascot, and a few more modded that have been included in this, so sorry if I've missed anybody off there, but these are all brilliant cars. And then we're going to move on to tracks. The first thing to say is there are literally thousands of tracks for Assetto Corsa, but some are far better than others. Everyone is brilliant if that's the one you're looking for, but I'm going to point out a couple here that I really like, and if I was new to Assetto Corsa or just getting going, these are a couple that I would definitely download. This is the first one. This is Feldberg And it's a fantastic track, one of the most downloaded tracks on Assetto Corsa, and this is by Fat Alfie. And also here we've got the Sashin Ring. This is by Gunner333. This one has got some fantastic details on it, and Gunner333, Fat Alfie, and many other modders are putting some amazing work in for all these free mods to keep Assetto Corsa as alive as it is now. What an amazing community. So I will put all the links in the description for these couple of tracks and the cars, but there's a couple of other things that I want to talk about on tracks too. The first is track extensions. Now this extension that I'm showing you here is by Legion, and it creates some of the older versions of Silverstone on top of the Kunos track, so you can choose different parts of it. Really cool stuff, but there are a lot of extensions that come out especially for F1 tracks, so do keep an eye on those, definitely on Race Department. I also want to talk about photogrammetry. I have covered it a couple of times on the channel, and I've put all the technical areas in there of what you need to understand about how this works. But there's some brilliant things going on, and as you can see here, some modders have actually even created their own track of their city or town where they live. This is Todd K and the Snake. That's a brilliant photogrammetry track. And recently I did a really interesting interview with Real Sim Roads about the work that they've been doing on photogrammetry. You can see their cinematic here, and not only does it look more realistic, but actually it drives more realistic too. Technically, photogrammetry can take more detailed activity of what's actually happening on the road, so it's really amazing stuff. So if you do want to know any more information about photogrammetry, Sol, Pure, or any of the graphic bits that I've talked about, there's lots of videos on the channel. I will put some links in the description. Now, one of the things on Assetto Corsa that everybody has always talked about is the trees. So we had 2D trees for a long time, but X4 Fab built 3D trees, and as you can see here, modders are now using them. So this is the Kunos Neuschleifer, which is an amazing track as we all know, but this is with added 17,000 trees, and again I'll put a link to the modder in the description. It looks so much different. Look how full that forest looks. But it's great that the modders can use these when they're building tracks and adding to tracks, but what about if you could do it yourself? Well, you can. A modder called FastFred recently built an app, and it's a small little Python app that you download into Content Manager, and it allows you to do this, and that is to build trees onto any track that you want to, and these are full 3D trees. So easy to do. Again, I've got a video tutorial on the channel on how to do that. But let's move away from graphics and look at other things we can do with Assetto Corsa. So Crew Chief is a fantastic app that I've covered a long time ago, and I'm going to do a new video on this. And what does it do? Well, it does this.
Careful, still there. Clear on the left side. Car right. Clear on your right. The leader has just done a car on your left.
So that gives you your own personal spotter, and also loads of other customizable options that you can put on there. Really good fun. And while we're talking about apps, let's talk about Comfy Map. So I've not used this too much yet, but if you are on big free roams, and certainly some of them support this on their servers, you can use Comfy Map to teleport around the map. This is for those huge free roams. It also highlighted Content Manager friends list, player names, and a second window with other information on there too. And another app that is really cool is this one, and that is Linear Rally Map and Pace Notes, again covered on the channel, and this allows you to build full pace notes for any track. You can actually build it yourself. It's really easy to use. I know the voice is a little bit robotic, but there are other voices that you can use too. It's a really great app, especially if you want to use Assetto Corsa for rallying. And next up, let's talk about something new really for the last 12 months. Well, it started with X4 Fab creating traffic through CSP, and again that's pretty easy to do now, but also 2Real and a number of other modders have been creating this awesome piece where you can have up to 2,000 other traffic cars on the map with you. Now this is Amiga Hometown, and just look how good this looks. Again, there's lots of videos on my channel about traffic, and I will put some links in the description. Let's talk about apps again for a moment. There are lots of track apps and track tools, and this is one that I use, Corner Names. It's great for learning new tracks that you're going to go on, but there's lots of these around, so do check out all the videos on the channel about those. So we're going to move back onto mods now, and one of the things that you can do is fly on Assetto Corsa. This is just an example of one of the aeroplanes you can get. I think this is an old crop duster, but there are even jets and Hercules transporters that you can fly around on. It's absolutely brilliant. The modders do a fantastic job with this really old engine now, but it's so customizable. Again, do check out on the channel. I've got a dedicated video on how you can actually do this, and again, more value from Assetto Corsa. One of the areas I've not talked about, it's been a little bit conspicuous by its absence, is free roam. And here we have Shotoko with traffic on it, and free roaming is one of the best things on Assetto Corsa. Here we have Glen Shiel, and it used to be that there wasn't much variety in free roam maps on Assetto Corsa, but now there is a huge variety. Not only do we have cityscapes, we also have these vast open rolling hills, and some of the maps now have over 1,000 kilometers of track. I know Amiga's hometown that I was showing you earlier on, that has just been updated again. 1,000 kilometers of track around Germany. So again, if you are new to Assetto Corsa and you've not done free roam, check out my channel. There's lots of videos on there on the latest free roam. And we talked about rally earlier on, but I still think rally is a big piece on Assetto Corsa that a lot of people haven't tried. Here we have an old Lancia racing around a rallycross track, and it's really great fun. I think that the Assetto Corsa engine does a really good job of rallying and different surface grip. So do check out all the rally mods, again, lots on the channel. And I thought I'd finish the video with all of the weird mods that you can get for Assetto Corsa. And here I have a few samples. So you can get anything from Tyrannosaurus Rexes running around the track, and I know Jimmy covered that recently, to this, a shopping cart go-kart. We've also got amazing futuristic cars and cars that I've seen with 10,000 brake horsepower, as well as Mario Kart, trucks and buses and everything in between. So I will put some of these links in the description so you can try out these cars. Most of the mods on today's video, as I said, are completely free, apart from that Pure and CSP preview piece. And if you have seen anything on the video that you'd like to see more of, do remember to check out my channel. If you put in the search bar any of these different subjects, all of the videos will actually come up there. Over 360 videos now on the channel. So I want to say a big thank you for all of the support that you've all given me. I think we're going to go over 30,000 subscribers this week, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Thank you so much. Do give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. It's completely free and you will get notified of all the latest videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all very soon.